The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
When Judas had gone out from the upper room, Jesus said, "Now is the Son of Man glorified, and in him God is glorified. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and glorify him at once. Little children, yet a little while I am with you. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, even as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you have loved one another. Ukipenda wenzetu, kati yetu Mungu yu. Ukipenda tukipenda wenzetu, kati yetu Mungu yu. God is good,
All the time.
and all the time.
God is good, and that is nature.
This morning, I found myself reflecting deeply on these questions. The first question I asked myself, why do we have so much hatred in the world today? Why do we have so many killings of innocent people in the world today? You see what is happening in many countries, and you ask yourselves, do these people have Christ in them? Do they understand the sanctity of life? Another question that I asked myself, why do we have a lot of divorce and separation cases today? Why do we have street children and homeless people in our streets today? You go in every street, you will meet homeless people. You will meet children who are supposed to be in school, but they are in the streets. Why do we have high number of cases of people wanting to take their own lives or taking their own lives? Why does the gap between the rich and the poor widening instead of narrowing? Why do we increase the number of enemies instead of increasing the number of friends? I cannot speak to so and so. I cannot eat with so and so. Why do each day, each moment, instead of having many friends, instead of making many friends for Christ, we increase the number of our enemies? Because there are so many questions that we can ask ourselves today. I end my questions today by asking myself and asking you, dear fellow Christians, do you think, or do I think that I have loved much? And lastly, do we have a problem forgiving one another? So these questions help us to understand and to reflect on the readings of today, especially the Gospel where Christ is calling upon us to love one another. And he gives us a condition that for people to know that we are his disciples, we must love one another. Whatever we say, the kind of life that we live and lead outside there should help so many people to come to understand that we belong to Christ, that we love Christ, that we follow Christ. It is not enough to say that I love Christ. It is not enough to say that I am a Christian. People will get to know, will get to differentiate by how we handle people whom we live with, people whom we interact with. In the gospel reading, Jesus, as he prepares his disciples, he tells them that he will be with them only for a while, that his time is up, but he wants them to have something to live for. He tells them that I give you a new commandment. We may not have loved much. We may have had hatred. But today, Christ is challenging us to rethink about our relationship with others. He's giving us a new commandment. Maybe we have forgotten our mission. Maybe we have forgotten our call. That to love God is to love one another. To serve God is to serve one another. This is a special call today. By putting love into action, people will know that we belong to Christ, that we love Christ. In the first reading, Paul and Barnabas put this into action. They were able to proclaim the gospel and strengthen the faith of the people, the spirit of their disciples, because of their love for one another. Dear brothers and sisters, whoever lives in love lives in God and God in him. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in him. So Jesus calls upon us to love one another because love comes from God himself.